Warren Fiscal Court, Monday, April 11th, 2022 is now called to order. I want to ask Esquire Mark Young to lead us in prayer, and afterwards, if everyone would please stand for the pledge afterwards.
Thank you, Judge. Please bow with me. Lord, we thank you so much for this day. We thank you for the freedom that we enjoy to gather together in a body such as this to conduct the business of Warren County. We thank you we can do this without any fear of molestation. We thank you, Lord, for all the freedoms that we enjoy in this great nation. God, we're aware that we have duties to perform this morning. We pray that you'll be with us in the decisions that we have to make, and they will be in your keeping. God, we thank you so much for your son, for the life he lived, the death he died for us, his blood that continues to cleanse us. Thank you, God. These things we ask in his name. Amen.
Amen.
Place the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please call the roll.
Esquire Cummings.
Here.
Esquire McWhorter. Here. Esquire Lawrence.
Here.
Esquire Gorman.
Here.
Esquire Payne.
Here.
Esquire Young.
Here.
Okay. We need to approve the minutes of the fiscal court meeting of March 21st. We have a motion by Squire Payne, second by Squire Cummings. Discussion or questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And now, it's my pleasure to introduce to you all some people that you are always anxious to see and hear. Butch Massey with RECC and Clint Carter of NCTC are here with us, and I know this is they're here to update us on exactly what's going on with our expansion of broadband throughout the county, and I know all of you all are excited to hear about it, although I'm sure you're keeping up with it online each day. Butch, how are you?
Well, hopefully you guys aren't watching it every day.
Twice a day, bud. Twice a day. No, morning and afternoon update.
Well, also joining us, Ashley Harper from NCTC, he's the customer service manager.
Welcome.
And Ben Mays, he's our fiber engineer at Warren RECC. So, but we are going to provide you an update on the fiber expansion project that we've got working with you. I've provided a map kind of showing our current progress and where we're in the future areas of what we're working. So kind of talking through the map, the blue area you see in the southeast portion of the county, that's the area that Warren and the NCTC started with our pilot and early expansion. That area right now, is not included in the household pass and installation numbers that you see in the left-hand corner because that was our original area. But just so you know, in that area that we hit, it's 2,836 over in that southeast corner. And we've had 1,547 customers, so we have a 55% take rate in that blue area. And we think that's pretty good. We'd like to see it continue to creep up as it has. The green areas are part of the expansion area where the service is ready. And though we passed another 4,071 households in those areas. And currently we have 743 customers, which is an 18% take rate.
Yeah.
And so it's a little on the low side, but some of those areas have just opened up. And so we're continuing to hope that those areas will continue to build as we move forward.
Is there any reason not to anticipate that they'll be as a larger percentage as the blue area?
Well, we hope that they will continue to grow. It's kind of is we starting to drill into more deep. You know, there's some areas that we passed where, you know, they have some other service. They may be waiting on some contracts to expire, or they may just not be switching.
Yeah.
And then we've got other areas where we've got a really good high take rate. So, you know, we're going to continue to work NCTC and us and going out there and having public events and also sending marketing material out to them. So.
Okay.
The orange areas are currently under construction right now, and we'll be turning those up as we finish those areas out. And then the red area is going to be starting in May, starting construction there. Then the yellow areas are future expansion areas. The white areas currently have service or are part of the Rural Development Opportunity Fund awarded to another company. So we've made good progress, and just so you guys know, we expect to complete the fiber installation by March of 2023.
Wow. Great.
So that's going to be 4 months earlier than asked. So we think we've made really good progress. The schedule is not without its challenges, though. You know, we're constantly seeing supply chain challenges as we all are. And what's going on out there. But we've adjusted work areas to match the material delivery dates, and so that flexibility of working all across the county has been beneficial to us to keep the project moving and moving along pretty quick. We are down to one fiber supplier, but we believe we're going to receive all of our fiber before the glass shortage hits. They're predicting glass shortage, which would impact that. But Ben's done a very good job of getting all that scheduled, and we should have it all in before that happens. We try to stay well ahead of our work schedule on that. And now I'm going to turn it over to Clint. He's going to provide you some of NCTC's perspective on the project, and then both of us are available for any questions that you guys have.
Mr. Carter, how are you, sir?
I'm great, Judge. How are you?
Good.
Well, again, hopefully I'll be brief with this, and kind of like Butch said, we're here for any questions. But we did want to, talk about just a couple things. Butch mentioned, take rates and percentages. We definitely want to make sure that we are doing everything that we can, from our perspective to be able to help encourage that. But it's up to the consumer. The fiber will be there for them based on Rex passings. We're there just a phone call away to be able to do that installation for them and support them ongoing. We do see better take rates, obviously, when there's less competition. Because consumers, even though they may say they're unhappy with their current provider, when it actually comes down to making a change, some folks are reluctant to change. Maybe one of the spouses are ready, but the other ones are absolutely not. So we had a situation early on where we had a customer order and cancel 3 times because the one spouse wanted it, the other one canceled it. They called back to order it, they called back to cancel it. So it was, you can't make everyone happy, but that's our goal. I mean, that's our goal. We're cooperative, just like Rex is cooperative. So we're here for them. We can pride ourselves on service. Like I said, what we talked about, we solve more than 96% of all issues within the same day, if and when issues do arise. And everything's going to happen. Everything's moving parts, etc. So we did want to talk about, Butch mentioned about supply chain. So we do have one component that's potentially impactful to this project. It's got the upper left-hand corner, the yellow portion up there. We've had equipment ordered since August of last year, waiting on that. And one of our vendors have given us 3 different delivery dates. And unfortunately, it's basically the day that it's supposed to ship, they turn around and say it's not shipping. And they've done that 3 times now. And so we've escalated that within our vendors to the highest level of their executive management, and we have been told that they're going to meet this last ship date. So if that does happen, if it ships by the end of the month, then we'll be able to stay on track. But we did want to make the mattress aware
of, we're not immune to, supply chain issues. We've got a lot of pieces and components that we've ordered, last year that's arrived and on good schedule, but there is one component that is going to be problematic, for us if it does not happen. So
Are those components anything that we would recognize? Okay.
it's basically our core electronics. So everything that goes in the houses, in the customer's premises, we have all that equipment show up. It's basically the electronics that go in our core buildings. And unfortunately, it's the one that makes everything work. So we've done what we could on some of the areas to try to, use some spare parts. But unfortunately, we've got to the limit of that. So we have to obviously keep spares out there so in case something else happens in the environment. But again, if everything happens at the end of the month, we'll be able to still stay on track. But we did want to make the mattress aware that there is a potential supply chain issue happening as we speak.
You guys have any questions for Clint or Butch or?
I got a quick question.
Okay.
Butch or Clint, what section was it that was maybe about 18% uptake? Was it
All the green.
All the green?
Yeah.
Who else is, I'm just asking, who else is in the green?
Who are the people, who are the providers
Well, you've
that
got,
could be currently there?
you've got some
DSL,
old Spectrum copper, you've got satellite,
satellite,
yeah.
Fixed
And,
wireless.
yeah, AT&T's got fixed point wireless.
some DSL.
And some people just don't, they've never had fiber before, they don't know what the difference is. That's one huge thing. We had somebody that had been calling one of our board members from day one about this. And so he called them up, said, we're in your area, have you signed up yet? And they said, no, we'll get to it.
I have a question for you. Is 718 South McElwain in that blue area there?
That's a good question.
Because that's just somebody that had contacted me and said that they were wanting some high-speed internet, but it was not. For some reason it
That's in the
wasn't
green,
available to them.
that's in the green, it's available right now.
So if he wants it, he can get it right now.
He can get it right now.
Right now.
So what we try to make sure folks, the best way to find out is go to fiberforwarren.com and then basically type in your address and it'll tell you exactly what the status of your address is.
We should,
Well, if I can give a testimonial to this whole situation, they called me a little over a month ago and said they're in my area, so obviously I took the service. I was previously with Spectrum, Charter, whatever they call themselves, paying for 300 meg and getting maybe 25 meg, maybe. I signed up for their full gig plan, and I'm getting about 850 meg upload speed. It's doing exactly what they said it was, and if anybody's out there and listening to this, if it's in your area and you're passing on it, well, man, you're missing an opportunity because it is a tremendously different product for fractionally the same cost. And I don't know why you're waiting. I just don't understand why somebody would wait. We've Warren County Fiscal Court, we've invested a lot of money, time, energy, and as the citizens out there, again, they may not understand what they're getting, but if they just let somebody come in and show you the difference, it is an amazing difference in our family, because I have two boys who stream and play games, and we consistently get over 800 upload and download speeds, and it's a fantastic product. So anybody out there listening, if you get the opportunity, they call you, say you're in the area, you should call and get into it, because it is tremendous difference. Tremendous.
It's Fiber for Warren.
Fiber, F-O-R.
F-O-R, Warren. Fiber, F-O-R, Warren.com.
be promoting that.
Any other questions?
I just don't know, is there anything we could do from fiscal court standpoint on this 18% take rate? I mean, is there something that we can help you with? It's there, we've invested the money there. What can we do to help you expand that take rate?
Well, I think word of mouth is going to be key kind of going forward and everything.
Yeah, one of the things Butch mentioned earlier that I neglected to talk about was the community events. Now that the weather's getting better, COVID, subsiding, We're trying to schedule events that we would hope to be in your districts, and we would definitely want to invite, you guys to that as well, and basically be, more focused on that. We've had really good success when we did that in the Claypool Boyce area. We've done 3 different events out there. The attendance was amazing for that, but again, that was in 2020, prior to the pandemic, and so we hope to be able to start that up again this summer. We're trying to work with the dates, trying to get all of our 2 companies together to be able to work through the dates and that, and the venues accordingly. So I really believe that will be helpful, and this summer will be big for us.
Everyone I've talked to that has taken the NCTC internet service has been more than pleased. Just like Squire Cummings says, they feel like they've actually gone from DSL to fiber. I mean, it's amazing the difference. And I'm not sure if I had to go back to DSL, which I had at one time, which I never used because it was so slow, I probably wouldn't use it at all. But the way things are changing with household products, appliances, and new homes, streaming, I don't see how people can not jump at this opportunity. Anyway, I appreciate you all being here. I appreciate the hard work that you're doing to make the deadlines and get it installed as soon as possible. I know that from RECC's perspective, you guys are trying to do the best you can for your members. And that's what I like about doing business with you. Your members and our citizens are the same people. So we're trying to make everyone's life better, and we have the same pool of customers. Anyone else pardon me?
We'll continue on trying to get things installed quickly, but anytime you need an update, just let us know. We'll be glad to see you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you.
Fiberforwarn.com.
Yep.
Fiber for FIBERFORWARREN.com.
All one word.
Thanks, yep.
Type in your address.
You go.
You won't have to call it.
Give you up.
Thank you all so much. Appreciate you being here. All right. Before we proceed, there was one other thing that we had added that it somehow didn't get on the agenda, but it's you all have these copies of the letters from Warren Water District, and these are projects that will greatly enhance the sewer capacity in growth areas of Warren County. One of them is on Nashville Road and Dillard Road. It affects a great many people in that area. It's 1,700 feet of sewer force main, and I don't see the actual number of people that will, pardon me? It's just mumbling.
These are brand new pages, Tom.
Okay. Right here.
Oh, I've got that.
Okay, all right, you're looking for something else. Anyway, this is to a request for it to be funded through the ARPA funds for both projects. The one on Nashville Road Sewer Interceptor Project is $3,084,000 for the construction of the entire project. And the one on the Hidden River Sewer Connector Project is $727,000. And if you all understand these well enough, what I'd like to do is get your approval or your authority to go ahead and proceed with this.
I'll make a motion, we proceed with both projects.
Motion by Squire Cummings to proceed with these two sewer projects with ARPA funds. And this, the sewer, water, and broadband are the two specific things that are named in the ARPA language. So these are obvious that this is what the federal government intended for us to use a significant portion of those funds for. We have a second by Squire McWhorter. Do we have any additional discussion about this? Okay, this is to approve both of these sewer projects for Warren Water District. If there's no further discussion or questions, please call the roll.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, item number 5 is to approve the work schedule for the Warren County Road Department. Motion by Squire Young, second by Squire McWhorter. Discussion or questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire McWhorter. Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Item number 6 is to approve personnel changes for Warren County. Motion by Squire Lawrence, second by Squire Gorman. Discussion, questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Item number 7 is to approve second and final reading of ordinance 2218, closing of a portion of Millshed Ferry Road located within Warren County, Kentucky.
So moved.
Motion by Squire Young, second by Squire Cummings. Discussion? Questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire McWhorter. Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Item number 8 is to approve the termination in the amount of $12,150 to Win Electric of Bowling Green for 30 LED fixtures to upgrade the parking lot lights at Sugar Maple Square. 3 quotes obtained, and this is the cheapest and best quote.
Motion.
Motion by Squire Cummings, second by Squire McWhorter. Discussion or questions?
These are going to significantly reduce our operating costs down there,
Oh, yeah.
significantly.
It's amazing what those LED fixtures have done at our parks. I was astounded the very first month, but we'll see how this works out. It should be a pretty quick payback. Okay.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Item number 9 is to approve emergency determination in the amount of $3,883.53. This is a weekly cost to Cintas for uniforms for the Warren County Road Department crew. This is not the same company we've been doing business with, so this was a lesser amount.
Yes, we had several issues with our previous vendor, and we were looking at re-quoting uniforms anyway to make a few changes. So although the reason this is an emergency is that when we notified our current vendor that they were no longer going to have it, they just came and got their stuff. So we needed to get someone else in there. Fortunately, the Cintas price here was cheaper than actually it's a little cheaper now. They came back to us, I think it says $383. It's about $363. It's actually dropped a little bit again. But we were able to get a price cheaper than what we currently spend, and they're providing us with a product that is a little better than what we currently have. So it was a kind of a win-win for us on that one. But we need to get the guys in something.
Okay, I have a motion by Squire McWhorter, second by Squire Cummings. Discussion or questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Moore, if you would, verify the amount, the exact amount. I know that it's less than what we've authorized here, but I want to make sure that before the end of the meeting, I'd like to authorize the actual amount. I'd like to amend that to authorize the actual. Okay. Item number 10. Please make part of the record a certificate of liability insurance for Arnold Consulting Engineering Services, Inc., Sky Engineering, LLC, Southern Health Partner, and Canteen Holdings, Inc. Canteen Holdings, Inc. If there are no objections, those are to be entered into the record. Item number 11 is to approve the renewal of loan agreement SDA 0369 for Aviation Heritage Park.
And I bet this is for the use of the loaning of an aircraft.
Right.
Not money.
That's correct. This is not a loan for money. This is a loan from the National Aviation Museum for loan of aircraft. We have to do that on every one of those individual airplanes and helicopters on that site, because we don't actually own those. Aviation Heritage Park restores them, but they're actually on loan or borrowed from the military in one capacity or another. Some are from the Navy, some are from the Air Force, et cetera.
I'll make a motion for that if we need.
All right, we have a motion by Squire Lawrence, second by Squire Payne. Discussion or questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Item number 12 is to approve contract with ASAP, Agency for Substance Abuse Policy.
So moved.
Motion by Squire Payne, second by Squire Lawrence. Discussion or questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire
Yes, ma'am.
Payne. Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Item number 13 is to approve the determination in the amount of $1,050 to Pi Barker of Bowling Green for the annual monitoring fee and fire alarm service.
Motion.
Motion by Squire Lawrence.
Second.
Second by Squire Cummings. Discussion, questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne. Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Item number 14 is to approve order number 2209, surplusing property for the Warren County Regional Jail.
Motion.
Motion by Squire Cummings, second by Squire McWhorter. Discussion, questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Item number 15 is to approve the 2022-2023 budget for the Planning Commission.
So moved.
Motion by Squire Young, second by Squire McWhorter. Discussion or questions?
Is Ben here, or?
Ben, are you on here, buddy?
I am on here.
All right, he's right here.
I just noticed a $140,000 increase. Just curious what the biggest part of that increase was for.
Well, as you may have noticed, we've got a little bit of construction going on in this, in the county, so it's all construction fees is what that increase is from.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Any other questions for Mr. Peterson? Please call it up.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Item number 16 is to approve the determination in the amount of $41,805 to Scotty's Contracting and Stone for paving at the J.C. Pavilion parking lot at the Soki Fairgrounds. 50% is to be reimbursed by the city of Bowling Green. Motion by Squire Lawrence.
Second.
Second by Squire Young. Discussion or questions? I assume all y'all know this, but I just want to let you know that the the Warren County and the city of Bowling Green both own Lampkin Park property out there. So it's most of the JC parking lot area is part of the city and county properties. The city operates Lampkin Park as a city park, but just want to make sure you all, that's put on the record. I think all of you already knew that from some time ago. Okay, any questions or discussion? Please call the roll.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Item number 17, approve first reading of ordinance 2219, closing of a portion of Cook Road located within Warren County, Kentucky.
So moved.
I'm sorry, motion by Squire Gorman, second by Squire McWhorter. Discussion or questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire McWhorter. Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Item number 18 is to approve determination in the amount of $13,053.40 to Sigma Organics for ball fields product order. I'm not sure exactly what all this is, but I know Mr. Comer is on here. This is by ordering this now, it saves the county approximately $2,417 a month.
Motion.
Motion by Squire Cummings, second by Squire Gorman. Mr. Comer, are you on here?
Yes, sir, Judge. I'm having some video issues with my camera. So what this is we had previously ordered all field supplies, field conditioner, field dry, mound dirt, and then some other type of dirt that we use on our ball fields. All of the ball field pricing and materials, like everything else, they've actually already gone up. So we were wanting to order our fall supplies for our ball fields this spring to take advantage of the current pricing. And so this is what this request is about. It's about 24 pallets of assorted field conditioner, field dry, ball field mound clay for repairs and maintenance on our 38 ball field system wide, trying to take advantage of the current pricing before it actually goes up. And actually, they're going to honor this price. The pricing went up as of Friday.
Any questions?
I'll have one.
Okay.
Chris, could you repeat how many ball fields this is gonna cover?
Actually, Mr. Young, we really need about 3 times this amount. on our ball fields. We used to order 4 times a year, roughly 4 semi-trucks a year to maintain our ball fields. This will be approximately 24 pallets of assorted field conditioner, field dry. We currently have 38 ball fields in our system that we maintain both in the county school system, our county parks property, and then adjacent and partnered agencies' facilities. And so we're doing what we can with about 50% less, but we feel that with the equipment we've been able to purchase over the past several years to help maintain our ball fields, that we can definitely make do in 2022 with these 2 orders.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes,
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Item number 19 is to approve determination in the amount of $3,495.03 to Barron County Business Supply for items to be used in the upcoming election. 3 quotes were solicited. This is the lowest and the best quote.
So moved.
Motion by Squire McWhorter.
Second.
Second by Squire Lawrence. Discussion, questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes,
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Item number 20 is to approve determination in the amount of $6,995 to Ferris Trailers for a 7-foot by 16-foot tandem wheel enclosed trailer to be used for special events. There are 3 quotes were received, and this was the lowest and best quote.
So moved.
Motion by Squire Lawrence, second by Squire Young. Discussion or questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Item number 21 is to approve first reading of Ordinance 2220, authorizing a lighting agreement between Warren Rural Electric Cooperative Corporation and Mcclellan Crossings, Section 2A. Motion by Squire Cummings. Second by Squire Lawrence. Discussion, questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire
Yes,
McWhorter.
ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Item number 22 is to approve a lease agreement with the Lang Company in the amount of $292.73 per month for copier, scanner equipment, and service for public works. This is a savings of $20.97 per month over the previous contract. Motion by Squire McWhorter, second by Squire Cummings. Discussion, questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Item number 23 is to approve the reimbursement for purchase of voting equipment in the amount of $202,421. Motion by Squire Payne, second by Squire Gorman. Discussion or questions?
Yeah, I know we spent some money a couple years ago for voting equipment. Is this additional stuff that,
It's additional stuff. Come on.
I just want to make sure
Ms. Yates?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, the state received some funding from the HAVA funds, which paid for our election equipment 15, 20 years ago that we purchased. And they've actually acquired those funds again, so they are reimbursing. We did purchase with grant money in 2020 the majority of our election equipment. And then in 2021, we had to purchase additional. We thought we would be doing that with our own funds, which we did. Then now the state has acquired these federal funds from the HAVA Association funding, and they are reimbursing us for those funds. So we're getting that money that we've already spent, we're getting that money back.
Okay, but this 202, we are paying out to.
We've already paid it out. We paid it out in 2021. We're getting the funds back now.
That's the best news I've heard all day.
So we're getting $200,000 back. That's pretty good.
I'll make a motion for 202,000 back.
We got it.
We already got a second motion.
Thank you, ma'am.
All righty. Any other questions? Let's make Ms. Yates come back up here if y'all want.
Just one more.
All righty. No further questions. Please call the roll.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next item is to approve the February 2022 Treasurers Report.
So moved.
Motion by Squire McWhorter, second by Squire Young. Discussion or questions?
I have one question
One quick question from
for Greg.
Squire Young.
Before anybody has the opportunity, I want to request that you use that $200,000 for the road department to buy new equipment.
District 6. District 6, right?
We use part of it. Yeah, the road department.
All right, any other questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire McWhorter. Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne. Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Item number 25 is to grant authority for Public Works Department for PA.
Environmental planning.
No, that's the Department of Environmental Protection, to use Kentucky Master Agreement Number MA 6052100000531, using Tire Recycling, Inc. of Owensboro for disposal of tires accumulated through the litter abatement and illegal open dump cleanup grants, and authorize Warren County to execute all necessary documents, and this is under state price contract. The rate is $1,909 per ton, and that's a change as well.
That's $90 a ton.
$90.
Is it a 1,900?
Yeah, correct. $90 a ton. And really what this is, just for clarification, we collect a lot of tires through our litter program. We usually take them out to our salt barn and they get stored. But we decided to work with this company, this particular vendor does the collection for KYTC for the things that are picked up on state roads as well.
Yeah.
So we were able to utilize their same contract. They'll pick up our stuff as well. So we'll still stockpile, but now we have a better stream to get rid of them because they were getting to be more than we could handle without building some sort of storage facility. So we thought we'd give this a try for a little while and see if this works.
In my district, there's been at least two, one's on Carl Jordan Road, where people are just dumping the tires, and
Yeah.
so those have been picked up. But this 25, 30 tires probably just in different spots.
Yeah.
Down the county. So
It's amazing how irresponsible people can be,
Correct.
and they don't really and don't care how it affects everyone else. Okay. Okay. All righty. So everyone understands the motion for grant authority for Public Works, Department of Environmental Protection
For $90 a ton.
for $90 a ton.
Yeah.
Scott, motion by Squire Cummings, second by Squire McWhorter. Discussion or questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire
Yes,
McWhorter.
ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Moore, back on item number 9, did you find out the,
Yes, sir.
the exact price on that?
$368.77 weekly.
$368.77?
Correct.
Okay. I don't know who had the motion and the second on this.
McWhorter and Cummings.
McWhorter,
I'm good with that.
and, okay, and y'all are good with that? And, I mean, you should be, it's about $20 less, but just wanted to make sure that we had that covered and amended appropriately. Okay, and the motion second. Let's go ahead and call the roll, just to make sure on that as well.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all righty. Item number 26 is to grant authority to Public Works Department for Environmental Protection to contract litter abatement crews under uniform rate schedule and appropriations, and authorize Warren County to execute all necessary documents. This is litter abatement grant, PW-DEPA. Mr. Moore.
Sorry, Judge, to be up here every time.
That's all right.
Clarify a little bit on what this one was. We advertised several months back for some of our private litter contractors to pick up roadside litter. We've been doing this really since the pandemic hit. At that time, we didn't get anyone actually turn in any pricing. So as we still have a need to pick up this litter, working with the jailer and his crew, and trying to coordinate the best way to get all this picked up. I think what this agenda item is doing is letting Stan and I go back to some of these private contractors, work out a uniform rate. I've worked with Greg some on what this upcoming budget will allow us to put towards litter pickup on the private contract side outside of our litter grant. And now we need to sit down with the jail as well as with these private contractors to come up with a scope and maybe set some caps on limits on how much expense we're going to have monthly, because as you all know, there's such a demand for litter pickup. It's such a problem. We could work this until we ran ourselves bankrupt, to be blunt. So we're trying to kind of come up with a plan here, and this gives us the ability to work through that.
Hey, Greg.
Yes,
Josh,
sir.
I have a question.
Okay. Mr. Moore, I think he wants to address the question to you.
Is there any chance we can go out to the alcohol recovery on Olola Road and use those folks? I've stopped in there one day just to talk to those guys, and they would love to get out and work. And that was during COVID, and they said, well, we can't do it now.
Yeah, one of the options that we have considered in the past, and we've used volunteer organizations, kind of adopt a highway type program. The problem with that is just in the actual oversight of that. We can look into that to see if that's something we could do. Now, whether that requires us having someone sitting there with them, supervising them, that may be something we need to look through. But I'll get with Stan and we can talk through that as an option. It just becomes a coordination effort of where are we going to send them? Are we following up? Where do they take the material that they've disposed of? Currently, our private guys have ways of just getting rid of this litter, but if this turns into something that we're heavily involved in, I don't know that that's the best option for us with staff that we have, but definitely something we can look into.
Just throwing that out.
I think it'd be good to look into it. We have one of their directors is coming within the next couple of meetings to kind of give a report to you all, since we agreed to be the conduit for their CDBG grant funding. They wanted to give us a report on exactly how things are going, and perhaps that's a question we can ask Kim as well.
We don't have a motion or second.
Pardon?
We don't have a motion or a second.
Okay. Now that Mr. Moore has explained this in better detail, we have a motion by Squire Cummings, second by Squire McWhorter. Discussion or questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes,
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Item number 27 is to grant authority to Public Works to advertise with multiple vendors the Spring 2022 Household Hazardous Waste, April 23rd, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Warren County Salt Barn at 999 Lauren Avery Drive. This household hazardous waste grant is 75%, and stormwater picks up the other 25%.
So moved.
Motion by Squire Young,
Second.
second by Squire Gorman. Discussion or questions?
One of the best programs we do.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and we have a tremendous response. Thank God. Okay. No questions, discussion? Please call the roll.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes,
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Item number 28, this goes back to your discussion a few minutes ago, Squire McWhorter, is to grant authority to advertise for the 2022 cleanup of illegal open dumps in Warren County. And this is Kentucky Pride Fund at 75%, and the Public Works Department for Emergency Protection, 25%.
So moved.
Motion by Squire McWhorter, second by Squire Gorman. Discussion or questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Item number 29 is to approve the determination in the amount of $27,435.99 to Bluegrass Integrated Communications for voter notification cards that will be mailed to all Warren County households. This is a single source provider, and motion by Squire Young, second Squire Gorman. Discussion or questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire McWhorter. Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Can I ask another question? I have a sheet,
Ms. Yates?
Mark said make you come up here. I didn't.
Squire McWhorter, he decided he doesn't have a question anymore, so.
I'm all good.
Psych!
It's all good.
Okay, I have a sheet, and there's voting, early voting, the 12th to the 14th at different spots.
Our spot.
And then other spots for election day. Are those still accurate?
Yes,
Or were the- okay.
yes, and that'll be coming out on those cards. Those postcards will be sent out, they're going out this week.
Cool.
The information, all of that information is on that little postcard that's going out.
Oh, cool, thank you.
So it'll give the early voting locations and hours, the election day location and hours, how you can go about for the online portal to request. Of course, there are, restrictions on that, on whether you actually apply, that you can apply for an online ballot. But all that information is going to be on that card.
Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't look.
No, that's okay.
I've handed this out to several people,
Yes,
because it's different.
and that's exactly, and that's why we want to get out as much information. We'll be doing social media blasts everywhere in the next couple of weeks to let everyone know. Everything will be on media, our local media stations, to let everyone know of the changes. And those locations, anyone in the county can go to any of those locations, so. It's not restrictive by area, by magisterial district, anything like that. It's any location you're available to vote.
Thank you.
Great job.
It's pretty, I mean, it looks like everybody's covered in the area, the whole county. Good.
You know, those plans had to be approved by the state, so we turned in those plans, you know, months ago for that approval, and everything does. You know, it's not to say that we will keep those in coming years, but those are scheduled out for right now. Chris has been so great to help us with our parks gyms, that those are just such great locations for us to use, that we don't have to find a location somewhere that we might have to pay for. We're lucky enough that we have a lot of our own county-owned buildings that we can utilize and not, I know a lot of counties actually have to pay for their centers that they use, so it's very good that we have those locations available to us.
So a question I have was given, just out knocking the doors, school will be in session on the 17th.
Some school, county schools are not, city schools I believe are.
Because we're not utilizing, except for Common Trace, that's the only one we.
May 17th is the election day. Early voting is the 12th, 13th, and 14th, which that's including a Saturday, so, you know, that's a great help.
That's also the law going forward.
Yes,
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
yes. That law has all changed.
That's all from now on, Thursday, Friday.
2020 changed the face of our elections from this point forward. And I think to the better. It does allow the voters more opportunity. So we will be changing that. Now, like I said, I have heard a lot of people have requested, they love the Sky Pack, us being able to vote there. We didn't try to get them this time because of the scheduling that we have to schedule, you know, the elections are scheduled out from many years forward, and we weren't able to kind of nail that down, but I know people would like to see an actual downtown location. There are a couple of things that I'm working on to see if we can get something that would be downtown as well.
Yeah, you probably should go ahead and call, or have you called them at all?
We're working on, Sky Pack. I have not. Like I said, when we started looking at that, now that this plan has changed, I figured with everything going on, they would not, because we have to be in there for such a long period of time, that it would upset their scheduling. But like I said, they are on the list. This is just something that we had to, you know, we needed to get nailed down. So Sugar Maple, since we had that I felt like is close enough to downtown, and that's our property. We don't have to worry about the scheduling of it. So we thought for right now, for at least the next couple of years, during this maybe election cycle, we'll have 3-year election cycle, and then we'll have an off year, that we might be able to get some things scheduled out and changed.
That's great. Any other questions?
Any other questions? The next is mine too, so do you want me to stay up here just for that?
I probably would.
Have a seat.
We sit right there, you can hear me.
Okay, this is item number 30. It's to approve the termination of the amount of $3,145.92 to Bluegrass Integrated Communications for voter notification cards for redistricting changes. This is a single source vendor. And do I have a motion? Motion by Squire Young, second by Squire McWhorter. Discussion or questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you very much,
Thank you
Ms.
all.
Yates. Next item is to approve executive order declaring an end to the state of emergency declared as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Squire Gorman and second by Squire Lawrence. Discussion or questions?
Hallelujah.
Please call the roll.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Item number 32 is to approve determination in the amount of $9,459 to Reynolds Sealing and Striping for various thermal markings for Peachtree Lane. This is a single source provider, and I assume we probably utilize the state price contract for it because it's a single source. Motion by Squire Cummings, second by Squire Lawrence. Discussion or questions?
I don't think that's a single source. I think that may be state price contract. I don't think that's.
It's state price contract, but so that's the reason I'm not sure.
A little bit of both. Reynolds is the only company in this region that provides thermoplastic markings, which is the ones that are applied with heat, reflective at night, similar to what will be on state highways.
But they have the state price contract.
They also do have
That's
state
all right.
price contract. The reason I didn't use that is that I'm not sure that their state price contract is including some other things, not exactly what we're doing, so it would have been bits and pieces of both, but
Okay.
definitely single source.
Thank you. I just saw that. I
Yeah.
thought, I might question that. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Moore. Any questions? We have a motion and a second. We have any further discussion or questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne. Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Item number 33 is to approve determination in the amount of $2,720 to Tango for the annual radio integration and push-to-talk users for emergency management. This is a single source provider.
Motion.
Motion by Squire Lawrence, second by Squire Payne. Discussion, questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire
Yes,
McWhorter.
ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence. Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Item number 34 is to approve determination in the amount of $2,200 to the University of Kentucky for 25 road department and stormwater employees to attend a state mandated training for the basic work zone and flagger qualifications, and this is for safety of the employees, obviously, and from both departments. Motion by Squire Payne, second by Squire Cummings. Discussion or questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes,
Esquire
ma'am.
McWhorter.
Yes.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Item number 35 is to approve the benefit renewal agreement with Pinnacle for our HSAs, and HRAs, and FSAs. Motion by Squire Gorman, second by Squire Payne. Discussion or questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire Cummings. Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Item number 36 is to accept the only bid from Owl's Head Alloys in the amount of $20,750 for the street sweeper that was surplused for stormwater management.
So moved.
Motion by Squire Young, second by Squire Lawrence. Discussion or questions?
Josh, with this being our only bid, was that a fair bid, fair offer we got for that, or?
Honestly, this is a street sweeper we purchased years ago from the city of Bowling Green after they'd kind of used it to its end of its life. We did a little bit of work and used it for a little while longer. Honestly, this actually is considerably more than I expected to get for it, so I feel pretty good about the price. And we've looked at comparable prices to see what else is out there, but with the hours and miles that are on this, I think this is a good price for us. And we've already replaced it with a new unit, so we still have a new one that we're currently using, just getting rid of the old.
We have a motion and second. We have any Additional discussion? Please call the roll.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Next item is to approve the determination in the amount of $4,050 to HB Clark Golf Design for disc golf signs for parks.
So moved.
Motion by Squire Young, second by Squire McWhorter. Discussion or questions?
Chris, are you still on?
Mr.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Mr. Young.
Could you give us an update on the recent tournament that was held here, disc golf?
Yes, sir. They had an amateur tournament this past weekend. They utilized several of our facilities, including Basil Griffin Park. They used Preston Miller Water Park, I believe Carrie Office Park. It was an amateur tournament. It went very well. Our disc golf courses continue to utilize our signage doesn't be updated at Basil Griffin Park. In the previous request, we were able to update the 3 other regional park locations. And we're working with HB and some private donors on some continued improvements for Michael Buchanan Park Disc Golf Course once they get the Nashville Road construction project done. So disc golf is alive and well. The tournament this weekend went great. They had decent weather, and we've got several other tournaments planned for the coming month.
Thank you, sir.
Any other questions?
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Item number 38 is to approve determination in the amount of $2,904 to Mobile Communication for the annual tower lease for the county outdoor sirens and the community activated indoor sirens for emergency management. This is single source provider. Motion by Squire Cummings, second by Squire McWhorter. Discussion or questions?
Judge, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Does this price include putting them up?
No,
Just for monitoring.
it's just a moment.
Well, actually, they're already up on this tower, aren't they?
This is
So-
just monitoring of them.
Yes, sir, this is already up, this is the repeater system that's already up at the tower on Price's Chapel. So this is just an annual rent for the space on the tower.
Oh, okay.
And we may have our own tower sometime that we don't have to, but we have to rent
Correct,
this
yes.
particular tower.
Yes, yes.
Any other questions? Okay.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Item number 39 is to approve Resolution 2207, approving a proposal of Kentucky Department of Highways regarding a portion of the Clifty Hollow Road.
So moved.
Motion by Squire McWhorter, second by Squire Young. Discussion or questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Item number 40 is to approve first reading of ordinance 2221, establishing North Ridge Drive, St. Elias Avenue, and Spokane Court, located in North Ridge 11 subdivision as county roads, and authorizing maintenance thereon and setting speed limits thereon.
So moved.
Motion by Squire McWhorter, second by Squire Young. Discussion or questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire
Yes,
Payne.
ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Item number 41 is to approve the report of the audit of the Warren County Fiscal Court for the year ended June 30th, 2021.
Motion.
Motion by Squire Lawrence, second by Squire Gorman. Discussion or questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Item number 42 is to approve interfund transfers for Warren County.
So moved.
Motion by Squire Payne. Second.
Second.
Second by Squire Young. Discussion or questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Item number 43 is to approve the purchase of 11 outdoor warning sirens, or CALs, and from Capital Electronics in the amount of $330,000. Let me change that a little bit. This is to approve that we put this into a grant, include these 11 in the grant. Our cost on this is somewhere in the neighborhood of 10%. So we're actually picking up 11 units, which pretty much covers the population of our county. It's kind of a wish list of things that we've needed, but didn't want to spend $330,000 on. So we're getting it for less than one, actually. So it's a pretty good deal. Actually, in the wake of the December 11th tornado, I feel like it's almost irresponsible to pass up this opportunity to get these outdoor warnings.
So make sure I understand, we're asking for approval to move forward on 11 cows. Total cost is $330,000, but we're only getting about 10% of that cost.
That's correct.
We're approving.
And there's some debate as to whether it may be 6%, but we're actually asking for authority to include this in the mitigation grant, which we're ready to turn in like tomorrow or next day. Okay. If I've misspoken on any of that, Travis, I'm depending on you to correct me.
No, that is, you're spot on, Judge. What I've also done this morning is reached out to Capital Electronics to see if, since we're getting that quantity of cows delivered in one bulk purchase, if there could be a possibility of a discount. I have heard back from her, and she said 7%, but I'm asking if it's, to clarify that, if it's a 7% off the total cost or 7 off each one. So hopefully I will get that, and she's going to put it up in a formal quote for us. So as soon as I get that emailed, I'll email it to you all. And also this morning before court, I emailed you all a map of what I've been working on to show you where the 11 potentials could go, and that will give us pretty much full coverage of the county, barring any large elevations.
Okay.
Hey, Travis.
Just 1 second on the, in light of the fact that there may be additional discount on this, let me rephrase this motion to approve the purchase of the inclusion of the purchase of the 11 outdoor warning sirens from Capital Electronics, scratch the in the amount of, period.
Pending a formal quote from
Right.
Capital Electronics.
Pending a formal quote from Capital Electronics. See, Capital Electronics, purchase 11 warning sirens from Capital Electronics, pending a formal quote, or a formal discount, discount, and accepting our contribution of 10% or less on this hazard mitigation grant.
Correct.
Okay.
Motion.
Motion by Squire Cummings,
Second.
second by Squire Young. Discussion or questions?
I have a question. How soon do you think we'll get these in?
It's a shot in the dark. We can, we're kind of at the mercy of the suppliers, and once I hear back from Wendy at Capital Electronics today, I'll be sure to ask that question as well and forward it to you.
That would be nice to go out, and we're right in the middle of
Yes. Starting
It's
next
gonna be that quick.
spring storm season. I don't even want to say the T word,
Right.
but this is, it would be great if we could get them installed
Yes.
soon.
Yes, we'll try to get them as quick as we can. We have 33 in the county now, so this will give us a total of 44 across the county.
Will this cover the county totally, you think?
Yes,
Population-wise, yeah.
yes, and I've also asked for a population study of each area that these proposed will go in, so we can get a total number of who will be protected in that area as well.
Yeah, there's certain areas of the county that, where there's really almost no one living, that there may be some other circles that we plan out later.
Correct.
But this covers 99% of the population this way, and it will be beneficial to a lot of people. I'll never forget, in 1998, April 16th, we had a hailstorm with hail the size of, some of the hail was all the size of baseballs, some of it was the size of softballs. And it just happened. It was 2 weeks after we got the initial outdoor warning system and the indoor warning system installed. So it actually, I mean, it's one of those cases where I still have people stop me and tell me that we saved their son's life or their husband's life. It was out in the field. It was before people got calloused or got complacent about the outdoor warning system. So people literally came in out of the fields or off the soccer fields or whatever on as soon as those cows went off, and no one was hurt. It literally wiped out every car in the city limits of Bowling Green. It was the most amazing thing I've ever seen, but it was, what's equally as amazing is that no one was hurt. So it's very gratifying when you can get these installed and working before you actually need them.
Yes, sir, absolutely.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for your hard work.
Judge,
Okay.
Tommy,
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to say that, I got my cows mixed up on item 43 and 38 about, this doesn't include installation either, right?
No, this doesn't it?
Yes,
Doesn't
this should be full installment and everything, but I'll make sure it'll all be spelled out in the quote that she sends us.
Yeah.
Well, I jumped the gun, I got my cows mixed up.
Last one was a Holstein.
Okay. Yeah. They actually do come and help and get these installed on the. Okay.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire McWhorter.
Yes.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now we need to pay the bills. Will the treasurer please present the claims to the court?
General Fund, $920,599. Road Fund, $86,938. Jail Fund, $349,127. And Stormwater Fund, $34,381. Be happy to answer any questions.
Make a motion, we pay the claims as submitted.
Motion by Squire Young to pay the claims submitted, second by Squire McWhorter. Discussion or questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire McWhorter. Esquire Lawrence. Esquire Gorman.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Payne.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Young.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Sheriff Hightower had to leave. Are you on here, Sheriff? Ms. Yates, please
One more
come on up here. We want to give you a little exercise today.
Come on down.
next show today, and I kind of like it, so there you go. I do want to thank Chris and all of his staff and James and his crew. They've worked really hard to get that Sugar Maple area ready for us. Also,
did.
I know, like I said, Chris is amazing. His people are so great right when we come down to setting up these vote centers. These are, I think, better for our community, but it is so labor intensive, and his crew are amazing when they come to set these things up. They have we're getting it down to a science after that last election cycle, and they do such a great job. So I want to thank them in advance, because like I said, it is so hard for them to come in and get everything set up as quickly as they do. We want to thank them for everything that they do to help us. So thanks, Chris.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you.
He's still asleep.
Okay, that's it for me. Thank you all.
All right.
Hey, Lynn, one more thing. I'm just kidding.
Jailer Harmon,
Thank you, Judge.
good to see you.
Good to see you.
All righty. Mr. Cummer?
Thank you, Judge. I just wanted to correct one thing. I gave an incorrect number on the pallets for Mr. Young in regards to the Sigma bid. Instead of 24, it was 22. So I just want to clarify that.
What item is that?
That was on the Sigma organic ball products. Instead of 24 pallets, it was 22.
18.
Second page,
18.
maybe first page.
It doesn't say the seven pallets.
Pardon me?
It doesn't mention the word pallets on number 18.
Approved termination 13. Oh, it doesn't have the breakdown.
No.
Okay. All righty. Okay. Mr. Moore, come on up here. Come on.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
I couldn't hear you.
Get her golf cart.
I forgot to thank Josh. He was very instrumental in that Sugar Maple Square area too. So he and James worked really hard to get everything figured out. I think we actually used some inmates, so I might need to say something to Jailer Harmon as well, thanking him.
He noticed that too.
So yeah, he probably did. I'm sure I've got a text on my phone saying, well, hello. So thank you all very much. I think I've gotten everything I need to say today, but thanks to everybody, thanks to the community, thanks to the court. So thank you for y'all's help.
Thank God.
Thank you, Ms. Yates. Travis, you have anything else you'd like to share? Okay. Mr. Loving are you on here, Tommy?
He was over here earlier.
Pardon me?
He was over here earlier. standing
I know,
there
I know.
talking.
Miss Lewis, would you come forward?
How's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
Good.
How's everything in the PVA office?
Busy, but good. We got our first recap done, which means our final numbers are in, but also assessment notices will be going out soon. So we are sending notices out for increases and decreases this year. First count that I got was somewhere around 8,000 notices. I want people to pay attention to them because this is to alert you of what your assessment is and also to tell you when the open inspection period is. It's typically 2 weeks in May, beginning the first Monday in May, but I've extended it a whole month. So it'll be May 2nd to June 3rd.
Wow.
So you can come down to our office or call us, and I'm working on the online portal to see if we can get that up and going again.
So they would, no one's going to, I wouldn't think, object to any of the decreases from, but if they want to object to any increase, they have from what day to what day?
May 2nd to June 3rd.
May 2nd to June 3rd. And then the period where they actually will meet with the commissioners of the...
So if you don't agree with, or if we can't come to an agreement, then you get to meet with the local board.
Okay.
And that typically happens in June.
Okay,
Yeah.
right.
Yep.
Okay, is that, any questions at all, Ms. Lewis? Thank you.
I've got something else. So
Yes.
Lynette and I decided to set up a desk downstairs outside of her office where people go in to renew their registration. When the governor rolled back the values of the vehicles, just to be able to help people a little bit easier so they didn't have to come all the way up to our office and stand in line. And we noticed that that really helped people. The line was going quickly. So from now on, we've decided to have like a pop-up PVA office downstairs, Monday and Fridays, and the last week of every month.
Mondays and Fridays and the last week, full week of each month.
Yeah, we identified those as the busiest time. So
Yeah.
this will keep people from running up and downstairs.
Yeah, the last week of every month is,
Always busy.
Yeah, always busy.
That's awesome.
That's a great idea.
that's a great idea.
Yeah, it's been really good, so.
Will you be on the left side of the office or the right
So
side?
whenever you walk in that side door, we're set up to the left side. And there is a big sign. So if you need anything from the PVA, you can walk right over there
Okay.
and then stand in line.
Okay,
Yep.
sounds great.
Questions about that?
Any questions, Ms. Lewis?
Thank you for your hard work.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Great.
Thank you for doing a great job.
Thank you.
Mr. Appling? Mr. Peterson, I see you're still on here. Good.
I am, thank you, Judge. I don't have anything.
Nothing, you just want to get back to work.
I need to get back to work.
All right, thank you very much, Ben.
You bet.
Mr. Markram?
He's gone.
Mr. Markram is not on here, which is a shame for him since everybody's thanking him for everything he's done and doing. But we miss him. Okay, Squire Payne,
Thank you, Judge.
Squire Lawrence.
Yeah, Judge, I just wanted to announce a couple of things. I think we'll be having my second grandchild today. Her name's going to be Willow Eve Lawrence, and we're really excited to have her here. Today's my birthday, so she'll be being born on my birthday as well. And my dad, my first grandchild was born on my dad's birthday, and it's just kind of really neat that the way that the stars align like that, I guess.
That is cool.
That's great.
Happy birthday
Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys.
and
We
congratulations.
rescheduled- We rescheduled this
And
whole
I do
meeting just so we
appreciate
could
you all
have his
rescheduling
birthday.
this at 8 o'clock morning, meeting this morning, just for my birthday. I appreciate that, Judge.
It gives you a little more time to celebrate your birthday. That's the whole purpose of it.
I appreciate it a lot.
And congratulations. I mean, that's a whole lot more important than your birthday is your new granddaughter's birthday. Yes, sir, Squire Payne?
I'd like to say something. Happy birthday, Tom.
Thank you, Tommy.
Squire Gorman.
Judge, happy birthday again to Tommy. That's great. And congratulations on that impending grandchild. That's awesome as well. Just want to wish the entire county a happy Easter week. It is obviously one of the most important weeks of the year, and the trajectory of our eternity was changed on this week many years ago. So just want to wish everyone a happy Easter. Thank you.
Squire Cummings.
Hey, Chris, you still on the, is it your birthday that I have marked down wrong? Is it your birthday today?
Yes, sir, I'm 25 today.
I didn't know.
And so it is your birthday.
Yes, sir.
Well, happy birthday.
His birthday, don't tell the truth.
Happy birthday, Chris.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Judge.
On a personal, I just want to thank everybody who reached out to me during my time of uncertainty with my son, with Joshua, and I just want to say thanks to everybody who reached out in prayers and so forth. We're not out of the woods yet, but at least it's not cancer, and so it's a relief off of us. But anyway, I just want to say thank you to everybody who reached out to me, who prayed for us, and we really felt it, so I want to say thanks.
Yeah. So, prayers do help, and I'll tell you that once they say the word cancer, it just you can't think of anything else.
It is scary, I can tell you, but anyway, so it's such relief, and I want to thank everybody who's involved with that. On another note, I got 2 more town halls scheduled for the citizens of 6th District. We are meeting this Thursday out at the old Appleton Gym at 5:30 for the Appleton folks. And then a week from Thursday, the 21st, we'll be having our last town hall meeting for District 6 out at Woodburn Volunteer Fire Station number 2 on Nashville Road. So everybody's welcome. And we had one last Thursday and was well attended. And I want to appreciate those who come out and supported that one too. So 2 more town halls to come out and air your grievances or have any issues. We appreciate having those.
Great, good deal.
And one more request. Who did I talk to, James or you? Since we kind of officially ended the pandemic thing, can we move our desk back to like a normal way? I mean, it's been so long I've had my back to the, I'm sure they're appreciative of my back to them, but.
We'll get those moved before the next meeting. Just before you make that wish, of course, the legislature passed this, and there's no sense in us keeping it open. But just so you know, there is another variant coming through. If you want to stay spaced, I'm good with it, but if you want to get back to normal, let's get back to normal. So see, I'm not going to ask for a vote, but that's the consensus. You guys want to, okay? We'll get that done.
Personally, I like kind of being this far away from work.
Yeah, I understand.
Sorry about your bad luck, buddy.
I totally understand that. All right. Squire Young?
Congratulations, Tom, and happy birthday. Chris, happy birthday. Just wish everybody a happy Easter coming up, and be safe. There's a lot of traveling going on, so be careful.
Squire McWhorter?
Happy birthday, Chris. Happy Easter, everyone. Condolences to the Quentin Marquette family. He just lost his life to cancer, I guess, visitation Wednesday, I think, at First Christian Church. And prayers to go out to them.
Yeah, Quentin had gone through a pretty rough period. And certainly we hate to see him go.
Judge?
Yes, sir.
Gosh, I almost forgot. Someone else has a birthday at court this week.
Really? Who's that?
I didn't know if everyone else was invited to that big shindig. Miss Milliken, am I
Yeah,
supposed to
there's
say
a
that? Oh, there's no shindig,
No
okay.
shindig.
Miss Milliken on the 14th has a birthday this week as well, so.
Happy birthday.
Big party.
37.
37. Wait.
Okay. Ms. Milliken, you have anything you want to say back to Squire Gorman?
Thank you for the birthday wishes. Happy birthday to Tom, happy birthday to Chris, happy birthday to Willow. That's exciting. Happy birthday to Nancy Strode, Jackie's wife. It's her birthday today. And certainly my sympathies go out to the Quentin Marquette family. Huge loss to the legal community. He was revered as a very fantastic man overall. So, and certainly our condolences go out to the family of Roger Thomas. Roger lost his mother.
I didn't know that.
Yes, and so our sympathies go out for the loss of what we call Mima Thomas. Mima Thomas is how I grew up with her. So our sympathies.
I do that.
Did you want to announce some kind of golf opening too? Is the golf course opening?
That's right. Park Mammoth Golf Club is opening on April the 28th, and you can go online and pick out a team.
It's like Park Mammoth
Park Mammoth Golf.
ParkMammothGolfClub.com?
Yep.
Okay.
I have my tea time.
I know, I'm so excited.
Say a sock hop?
What'd you say?
Did you say a sock hop?
Golf. Golf.
Oh,
Golf.
well, I can't do that either.
Thank you for the reminder.
Treasurer Burrow?
Thank you, Judge.
Ms. Hale?
Happy birthday, Amy, because she'd be mad if I didn't say it. Happy birthday, Chris, and happy birthday, Tom.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Deputy Judge Executive Marie Smith.
I wanted to wish Tom, Chris, and Amy all happy birthdays.
And Marie had a birthday last week.
Oh, that's right.
I know. Marie's, she did the plan that I usually do, out of town on her birthday here. But
Smart.
that's smart, but anyway, happy birthday, Marie. I know you had a good one with all your family. Okay. First of all, our next meeting is April 22nd, Friday, April 22nd, 9 a.m., right here in the new old seating. And we'll just do this in order. Happy birthday to Marie Smith. Happy birthday to Tom Lawrence today. Happy birthday to Chris Cummer, the greatest parks director in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. And happy birthday to Amy. Happy Easter to all of you all. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn by Squire Lawrence, second by Squire Payne.